So I see people are having the conversation about the black disposable girlfriend or the black disposable friend. And I have a few people that I want to talk about. Yes, I've already seen them talked about, but because I could write dissertation level theses about these characters, I want to talk about them right now because they were just done so dirty. They were done so dirty on each one of their shows, and it's just disrespectful. Real ones already know where we got to start off. Real ones already know where we got to start off. The OG of the black disposable girlfriend, Miss Angela Moore from Boy Meets World. The queen of the black disposable girlfriend. And when I see you, Michael Jacobs, it's on and poppin', okay? I will give you that 1-2 combo because you deserve it. The way you straight up disrespected my girl Angela Moore, I don't even have words. I don't even have words because it was so disrespectful. Like, be serious. Be for real. Be honest. You don't like black girls because clearly you didn't have to do that to my girl. You didn't have to be that disrespectful, sir. The whole reason that we love Angela and Sean together so freaking much is because they have chemistry, a history, and a story. Like, they relate on so many different things throughout their relationship. Okay? Both of them had really hard home lives. They both have mommy issues. They both have daddy issues. And they both had a hard home life. And they came together and they related on that. Okay? They related on that and how they weren't good at love and they didn't know how to really honor that and they didn't know how to really, have that in their life. But when they came together as a couple, as soulmates, yeah, they're soulmates. I don't care what anybody says. They were able to bring it together, right? Sean loved Angela. I don't care what anybody says. Sean was in love with that girl. She could have been purple and he would have loved that girl. Now, the fact that she was black, it gave an extra layer, obviously. But I'm just saying, he loved him some Angela Moore. Okay? And for good reason, because she's a 10 out of 10 every single time. All right? She brought it. And that was important because Sean found somebody he could equally be vulnerable with around a lot of issues that he had gone throughout his childhood. He was able to talk to her and have real conversations with her and write poetry to her and just be himself. And that felt real and genuine. And no matter what they try to tell us in Girl Meets World, it'll never be true because this ain't happening. It ain't it. It ain't real. It ain't raw. It ain't there. Okay? The way Sean valued Angela and her feelings and how she was as a person and really wanted to be her friend. Like, that's real. That's raw. That's real love, okay? And you screwed it up, Girl Meets World. You screwed it up, Michael Jacobs, and you didn't even care. And it's just disrespectful. It's just disrespectful because you acted like Angela and Sean's relationship in Boy Meets World meant nothing. Meant nothing. Meant absolutely nothing. When it literally meant everything. Okay? 10 out of 10, 100% better relationship than Corey and Topanga. And because they really cared about each other. And Sean really cared about Angela's interest and who she was as a person. And just, feeding her soul. And you know what? Corey Matthews, he never did that to Topanga. Not one time. Not one time. He was trash to Topanga pretty much their whole relationship. And yet she kept going back. Because she was supposed to. Apparently. And then you try to act like because, it was in the past. And that was back in, high school and college. And, now they're adults. They can't really be together because, you have to grow up. Which apparently growing up means not being with the black girl that you are clearly in love with and is your soulmate. Okay. And even beyond like her relationship with Sean, Angela Moore, the looks, the hair, the face card that never declines, baby, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, and you tried to make it seem like she could not be with Sean because he was supposed to evolve from being with his black girlfriend so he could be with some white chick. I will never forgive you. I will never forgive you. I will never forgive how you treated Trina McGee, aka Angela Moore, both on screen and off. Now, with that being said, we gotta talk about the second contender, Miss Hazel Aden. Hazel, girl, you're better than me because you are a queen, okay? You are a 10 out of 10 queen who deserved so much better throughout this entire show. Already, you are the disposable black friend who basically was relegated to the background and never really got to have but one storyline in the whole entire show. But you got to be Paige's little lackey, and it was what it was. And the writers didn't care, so they were just like, she can be the little lackey of Paige, and it's fine. Okay, disrespectful. But then it of course got worse. Because this fool right here, this man right here had the nerve, the gall, and the audacity to try to break up with this black queen right here who had been with you through everything, okay? She had been with you through the shooting, through physical therapy, when you were trying to figure out how to live your life in a wheelchair, trying to figure out your life. She was there for you, loyal and there for you. And you thought that you were going to level up and be Mr. Artsy Man with Miss Pick-Me over here, Miss Ellie Nash, who didn't even want to be with you because she was a pick-me for Craig, and she didn't want to be with you. And so you thought, oh, I'm going to break up with the black woman who had been there through everything I was going through. Everything. The shooting, physical therapy, getting used to being in a wheelchair. I'm going to just break up with her. It's fine. To be with Miss Pick-Me Ellie Nash, who didn't even want to be with me because she is a pick-me for Craig and she is out of her mind. She didn't even want to be with me. But I break up with the best girl that I will ever have in the history of ever. Just for me to end up again with my middle school sweetheart who had already broke my heart once and then decided to get back together with her because she was the first person to actually act like she liked me after I was in a wheelchair and I was having low self-esteem. So I ended up back with her just for her to go and again break my heart once again. And you know what? Back in the day, I used to think it was sad when she decided to not put your little verse on the record and to send the demo, to not put your verse on there and everything. I used to think that was horrible. I used to think that was bad. I used to be like, bad Ashley, and I still do. But at the end of the day, I also think it's a little bit of karma, sir. Because how you gonna be mad about this girl who you knew was trouble from the beginning because she already broke your heart once and was gonna do you dirty again? You know, getting mad about that when you already had the most amazing girl in the world and you decided to break up with her for literally no reason other than you wanted to be with a pick-me who never wanted you in the first place and who was basically just playing with your heart, only for you to end up with your middle school sweetheart who broke your heart again. And you know what? It's karma, sir. It's karma. Because you never break up with a black woman who is there for you, who is loyal, who was there with you through some of your worst trials and tribulations in your life. Okay? This woman went through the pain of thinking that you were dead, not knowing if you're going to live because you got shot, and then going through the emotions of having you live, but going through physical therapy, being in a wheelchair, trying to cheer you up, trying to do everything she can to be there for you, and you break up with her for pick-me. Trash. At the end of the day, these are the two ultimate disposable black girlfriends, and they deserve 10 out of 10 so much better. And whenever I see Michael Jacobs and Linda Schuyler, the 1-2 combo, in your face. Because it was just mad disrespectful what you did to my girls. And I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it one bit.